everyone. I'm That One Nerd Jacob.
And I'm that one cat. Damn it.
First recording back, and this is what you do? We're leaving it. We're leaving it.
No.
We're leaving it. You're that one toxic No!
You can't do this to me.
I can because I'm the one that's recording.
Okay. Well, fuck it. Whatever.
Fuck it. We ball.
Fucking my balls.
The fucking your balls? What?
Yeah, leave that in too.
So how have you been, buddy? It's been a minute. You want to tell the people where you were at and why we couldn't record?
I was in the Mojave Desert training at the National Training Center.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to talk about it because, you know, if you post it on Facebook, it's not exactly a secret.
That is true. I figured there would be some things you couldn't explicitly talk about, but I figured you could at least be like, hey, I was at NTC.
I mean, I could tell a funny story or two if you want me to.
Yo, I want to hear a couple funny stories. Let's just jump right into funny stories.
Okay, funny military stories. This is going to be great. So at the highest rank of a cavalry squadron, there is an enlisted man known as a command sergeant major. Right?
Yeah.
20 plus years in the military, complete stud, years of experience. And their whole job is that there's this guy known as the brigade or squadron commander.
Yeah.
It depends on the history. Like most of them are called battalions or you know, it just depends on your roots.
Right.
So his whole job is to hear the commander's plan and go, sir, that might get us all killed, or yes sir, I will disperse it to all of my guys. And, I mean, there's just some stuff that the whole point of an officer is to look at the big picture and go, we need to move everybody in this specific direction because if we do that, we'll win. And then it's the enlisted guys' side to go, okay, in order to get us all into that direction, I need to take these guys and put them over here, put those guys, put them over here. You know, because he's 20 plus years in, he knows exactly who to talk to, exactly how to talk to them. You know, it's a good tag team. So he's going around NTC checking up on everybody, and at one point he goes to check up on our dudes at Roll 1. Roll 1 is where all the wounded go, whether they're actually wounded or fake wounded. Like no. If you're actually wounded, you still go to Roll 1, but if you're fake wounded, the medics practice on you.
Oh.
They're like, Private, you just got out of basic. Come practice putting a syringe in this dude.
Yeah.
And it fucking hurts because they're very inexperienced. So, you know, sometimes you get a guy that has to stick you 8 times in the arm before he finally gets to the vein.
I remember you telling a story about that, so yeah.
So Sergeant Major's there checking up on everybody. And the guys who are playing Op 4, which is basically the fake bad guys, Op 4 happen to be one of the teams, happens to be Marine Special Forces.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the MARSOC Raiders happen to be the guys that were fighting.
Now listen, I don't know a lot about military stuff, but that does not sound good for you.
I have your attention now, I see. But so yeah, the MARSOC Raiders, the Roll 1 is completely unguarded. Because you're technically not supposed to attack field hospitals in war.
Yeah.
That's a war crime.
Yeah.
However, we've been fighting the Taliban, who don't really give a shit about the rules.
Yeah.
So neither do the MARSOC Raiders, to be honest. So they literally come in, everyone's asleep, and they just go, "You're dead." And then move on. And they just quietly kill everybody except for one of my friends, Chandler O'Farrell, who was asleep, locked in his vehicle, so they couldn't really get to him. So they just ignored him and moved on. And then they guess who was also sleeping during that engagement? My sergeant major. So they stealth killed him. And my first sergeant, which is an E8, and he's in charge of my entire troop. So they left a note that said, "Courtesy of the Marines, leave a guard next time, dumbass."
What the fuck?
Yeah. So there's this period called reconstitution, and it's basically where you spend enough time dead, and then they're like, "Okay, you're alive again because we're moving on to the next phase of the training," right?
Yeah.
My sergeant major is in the middle of getting reconstituted. He comes out, and the Marine Raiders come by and drive by him. They did a fucking drive-by on my sergeant major just as they spawn camped my leaders. They fucking spawn camped them.
That is fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
So Sergeant Major Padilla is cussing them out in Spanish, tossing his fucking helmet on the fucking sand, just angry as shit at these Marines that were just fucking with him the whole time.
Imagine getting fucking spawn killed in real life. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was not fair.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sound like you've had a good time. I have not had a good time.
Why haven't you had a good time, brother?
So let's start with the good time that has happened since you were gone. We went and took a vacation up to Tulsa to see family and stuff, right?
Yippee!
Yeah, and we were up there for a whole week. Like it was a great time. Got to see my dad, got to see a lot of friends, got to see your family. So, it was great. We did a lot of stuff. Get back, my car's running just fine, right?
Oh boy.
So we get back.
We call that foreshadowing.
We get back, we unload our stuff from the trip into the house, and then we're like, hey, we got to go get groceries too. So we go out. I go to start my car, and it starts. My car starts. So we go get groceries. We come back. We put the groceries up. We go to bed. I wake up bright and early for work the next day, 6 a.m. And then, I normally give myself like 30 minutes because it's a 20-minute drive. So I'm getting there like 10, 15 minutes early.
And then you got a little bit of a buffer in case some asshole decides to drive 500 the speed limit.
In case, yeah, exactly. In case I run into traffic or anything. So I go out to start my car. Click, 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 click. Huh? I go again. Click, 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 click. Ah, son of a bitch. I think my battery might be dead. So I text my manager. I text him. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be late. We gotta go buy some jumper cables. My car isn't starting. And then he just texts back, or he replies, which, you can do in iMessage. You can just like reply with emojis. So he replied with a thumbs up, and he's like, damn, first day back from vacation, you're late. Shaking my head. And I'm just like, okay, all right. He's not too terribly upset about this. But I do need to hurry. So we buy jumper cables. We hook them up to Summer's car, hook them up to my car, let it sit for about 2 minutes just so that way it can build up a good charge. I go to start my car.
Click, 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 click,
click, click, click, click, click, click, click.
Oh no,
fuck.
It's your start. Is it your starter?
So let me get a little more in so that way you can really know what's happening here. So, I say, fuck it, Summer, drive me to work. We're gonna see what happens with it. And I'm looking stuff up, and it's either the starter or it's the alternator. So,
One of these things is a lot more expensive than the other, I'm just gonna say.
I looked up the parts, and the part itself, if I were to replace it myself, which, spoiler alert, I tried, $150 for my alternator, $100 for my starter.
Oh, what?
And that's if I do it myself. That's like not taking it to a shop. So I get to work. I tell them what happened. They're like, oh, damn, that sucks. So we get home. I try to start it up again, and now I can tell that the battery's losing its charge rapidly. And the thing that charges up the battery is the alternator. So I go home,
no.
or not go home. I go to work the next day. I come back. Since there's a service center, they also have a battery tester. So I take the battery tester home, but the battery's fine. It's a 12-volt battery, and it was still showing like 11.2 volts. Like, okay, 0.8 lower is not going to cause all these issues.
Yeah, I think you're in a medium-sized car, so I'm pretty sure like probably below 9 would be a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like most people, they were saying like, oh yeah, once it reaches below 10, then you need to start paying more attention to it. I'm like, yeah, exactly. So, this has been about a month now. So, earlier this week, hang on. I had this fucking thing shipped in. This is
This piece of shit right here.
so this is not the old alternator. This is the new alternator. So I come home one night and I try to get it out myself. We look up a bunch of videos, I look up a guide, and it says 2011 to 2018 Volkswagen Jetta. I'm like, fuck yeah, this looks really easy. So I go out and do it myself. I undo my fuel filter housing so that way I can move it out of the way. I take off my windshield wiper fluid pipe so that way I have a little bit of wiggle room. So I go down to the tensioner, I get the belt off because, you know, the belt goes right here on an alternator.
Yeah.
So I get the belt off, you know, everything's fine, everything's good. I'm able to get the top screw out of the alternator. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is easy. I'm doing a good job.
I'm car guy now.
And then the bottom bolt is covered by the tensioner. The tensioner is literally blocking the way for me to get to the bolt.
That means you're gonna have to take all that other shit off.
So I say, fuck it, I'm running out of daylight. So what we do the next day is I drive Summer to work and I come home and I have the head manager of the service center at my job come over and help me.
Okay.
And he starts doing the
Bring it.
same stuff. He starts doing the same
Bring it,
stuff.
guys.
And then he realizes what I told him. I said, yeah, the tensioner's in the way. He's like, it can't be that bad in the way. In the video here, they moved it. So the video, we specifically typed in Volkswagen Jetta TDI. That was the video, and all the guides were for a gasoline engine.
And yours is a diesel.
So there is so much extra shit in the way, and some things aren't hooked up the same way. So here's what we have to do. We have to take the tensioner off, which is just a couple bolts. It's not that hard.
Okay.
But to reach it, we have to take off my tire. We have to unscrew the wheel well covers. We have to pull the wheel well housing back. We have to then get in there. We get to take the tensioner off. And then we start undoing the rest of this motherfucker. So we get the last bolts off, and it's like, hey, you probably have to go in with like a thick flathead screwdriver to kind of wedge it out a little bit. It's going to be stuck in place. That's a good thing. So that's what we do. But then we realize, because of all the extra shit in the engine, there's no way to actually pull it out without tearing apart at least another quarter of the engine.
Diesels, man.
So
They're great.
I'm still stuck without a car. I'm stuck with this fucking thing that I spent $150 on. And if I want to just tow it up to the service center at work, because the manager, I'm gonna fucking mute my phone. Stop texting. The manager and the director of operations were like, I bet we could still do it here. Yeah. I'm like, how are we gonna get it into the actual service building? It doesn't turn the fuck on. They're like, we can roll it. I'm like, okay. What if we wind up rolling it and it doesn't meet the lift properly? How are we gonna back it out and then push it back in?
Oh, look, I'm gonna be honest. This seems like a terrible idea.
So
Oh my god.
before doing all this, I look up a quote to see how much a tow truck is, and to get from Oklahoma City to Norman, it is $200 to $300.
See, there's the price I was thinking of. I'm like five, because now we're in the ballpark of $450.
Yeah. So the manager over me, he calls his wife. His wife works at the Volkswagen dealership in Norman.
What a coincidence.
Very, very convenient, right?
What a convenient thing that I need to use to my advantage.
So he calls her. He's like, hey, I got a guy with a Volkswagen here. He bought an alternator, tried to do it himself, realized that he had to tear apart way too much of the engine and can't get the part on there. Whenever you get a second, text me how much the quote would be. So I looked up quotes of how much it should be, and the job, depending on part and labor, costs anywhere from $600 to $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
She texts him back. She said, okay, normally we don't allow people to use their own parts because we have to put our warranty on it, but they're willing to make an exception, and they're willing to just do a flat labor fee and tax, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
$250. So now I just have to save up $500. Ironically, while I'm on a pay dock at work. And just take everything in, and then if it winds up not being this son of a bitch, I might actually commit suicide. Like, that might be the end of me right then and there. Because they offer, like, a payoff thing, and that's what Summer did whenever my coolant started pissing everywhere. But my credit score is still building from whenever I was unable to work for 3 months and couldn't pay credit cards or loans for 3 months whenever I took a fucking axe to the foot. So my credit is still shit, and I will not get approved.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how my last month has been. I've been having to force Summer to wake up with me, drive me to work, drive home, drive herself to work, drive home, drive back to get me from work, drive home. We've been using her car for laundry, going to the gym, going to get groceries. Her car has shit gas mileage, so we normally try to fill it up at half a tank, so it's like $15-20. We have been having to fill it up 3 times a week.
That's not good.
It's not. She has really bad gas mileage. Like, not too much is wrong with her car, but the gas mileage is like the worst problem she has. And now since she's having to drive back and forth to get me to work and back every day.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, one car. It's a hard knock life being a household with one car. Believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't use my. Yeah. Does the audience know what happened about with the truck and everything?
You had a truck?
Oh yeah. So my father passed away.
Oh, did he give you his truck? You never told me about that.
Yeah, he gave me his truck. It's a 2003 Chevy Silverado sitting right out there, and I can't drive it because the tag was in his name.
Oh my god. Can you not go to a court or to a tag agency, be like, hey, this is from my deceased father?
Oh yeah, there's a whole process, and I'm doing it through the state of Oklahoma because I'm not giving this godforsaken state any more of my tax money than I have to. Plus it's like I just walked in and was like, hey, how much would it cost to put a tag on my other car? And they were like, yeah, it's gonna be $4,000. I was like, it's like $200 at the most over in Oklahoma. What the fuck?
Yeah, speaking of this makes me realize that my tag needs to be renewed. It's like $80. As long as it's paid for by the end of the month, I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. So,
Oh well.
and also, it's not like I'm fucking driving it anywhere. What are they going to do? Pull me over in the parking lot?
Technically, it's not even a crime if it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, just like, woo! Sir, your vehicle has an expired tag. Yes, officer, I haven't driven this car in a fucking month.
Me actively pulling pack. We're trying to get this damn thing working again. Do you know what pulling pack is? It's
No.
Where you take it's where you take the whole fucking engine out of the thing.
Oh, okay. No, one thing that was funny though, while I was working on it initially, before I tried to get my the other guy to come and help me, guy's walking in the parking lot of our apartment complex. He's like, "Yo, Volkswagen." I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like,
Yo, Volkswagen.
first thing he does, he literally walks up like, and I'm just like, okay, what a strut you got. He's like, I don't need no money or nothing. I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. He's like,
I don't need no money or. Oh shit!
like that's the first thing he says to me. Doesn't even try to introduce himself. Just immediately goes, I don't need no money or nothing. And I'm just like, oh god. So he's like, man, I just need a ride to the homeless men's facility in the city. I'm just like, I can't really help you. He's like, I mean, I don't need no money or nothing. If you could just drive me or call an Uber. I'm like, I don't got Uber or Lyft or anything because I normally have my own car. He's like, well, would you be able to drive me? I'm like, sir, my car isn't running right now. That's why I'm working on it, because I don't have a car. You sure you don't got Uber or Lyft or nothing? I'm like, man, listen, I apologize. I'm sorry I can't help you, but I can't help you. And then he just struts away the same way he walked up to me. I'm like, what the fuck? What? To be fair, that's what I get for living in South OKC, so...
There's a few characters over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Sometimes those characters come straight out of South Park, but you know.
I don't need no money or nothing. Bye.
I know, if that's your opening line, holy shit.
Like, again, if he would have came up to me and been like, hey man, my name is such and such, sorry to bug you while you're working on your car, I wouldn't have been as annoyed by him as I was. I still wouldn't have helped him because I'm broke as hell, but I wouldn't have been pissed off either, you know, like... Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, I made some homemade crunch wraps.
Oh, how are those?
Dude, they were really good. Used some lean beef. Got some low sodium refried beans. Just put some cheddar on there, a little bit of lettuce and jalapeno, and then I tried to make, you know, like the creamy jalapeno ranch from Taco Bell. I tried to make that. I put ranch in a container. I put a little bit of Frank's Red Hot for the coloring, and then some.
Red Hot.
Yeah, and then some. Put that shit on everything. Not sponsored, but and then I'd put a little bit of jalapeno juice because, you know, I had pickled jalapenos that I was going to use for it. You good?
My daughter just crawled.
And then to kind of round off the sauce, I just put some garlic powder in there, mixed it up, took a taste. It doesn't taste like creamy jalapeno ranch from Taco Bell, but god damn, did it make for a good sauce to put on that crunch wrap.
But Taco Bell is so fucking expensive, you have to make it yourself now.
Yeah, because
When
like
I was a lad, Taco Bell was cheap stoner food
I mean,
that anyone could enjoy.
They do still have some cheap options, like the build your own box is $5.99, and I could get a crunch wrap, a taco, cinnamon twist, and a drink.
Yeah, but remember when I could get like 20 tacos for like $5?
Yeah.
I'm obviously exaggerating, but it really felt like I could just get
No, like
tacos.
that's what me and my dad would do normally once a week. Or maybe not once a week, but like once a month. We would get the 12 taco party pack. And that shit, like, it wasn't even $1 a taco. It was less than $1 a taco.
It carries families whenever you're like pulling for money. Like, are you kidding me? Taco Bell? You like it's net sweet nectar.
Yeah, yeah, but I want to say buying everything, the lean ground beef was $6 for a pound, which, but I wanted to make sure it was lean ground beef because trying to get in shape.
When you say lean, what percentage are you going for?
It was 95.5.
It's not bad. You like honestly, like if you got 93.7, like you're gonna chop off like a lot of the price, and it's almost exactly.
Well, the only stuff they had, because we go to Crest, I'm pretty sure I've told you about it. One of the local Oklahoma City grocery stores.
Yeah.
They had 95.5, 87 23, and then 70-30.
You want to know the options at my local exchange?
Huh.
It's 85.15, 90.10, and 93.7. So I'm just like, but imagine how good it would fucking taste to have beef that's like 15% fat. I was like, oh my god.
I know. That's the only thing I was like, I'm missing the fattiness of the beef. But anyway, like the beef was $6. The can of beans, Scouty's can of beans. It was like $1.50 for the can of beans. We got a 12-pack of tostadas and then some burrito size, so that way, crunch wrap in the middle. Those were like $1.50 a piece, maybe $2 for the tortillas and $1.50 for the tostadas. Lettuce, we found a cheap $2 bag of shredded. And then I normally have jalapenos on hand anyway. I just didn't happen to, but that was $3. So altogether for 8 crunch wraps, I think I spent like 15 to make it myself.
So there was a hurricane that came through.
Yeah, how was that? You
Well,
weren't home for it.
I was in the desert.
Yeah, you were on the other side of the fucking country.
Yeah, so once I knew that, I knew these guys would be all right because Charity's like not an idiot.
Yeah.
As long as you're not an idiot, the chances of a hurricane actually killing you are surprisingly low. You mean if I don't go outside when when the trash cans are actively flying, I'll probably be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? But what really got me was when we were coming back on the bus. Because we fly down in Hunter Army Air Force base, which is in Savannah, and then we drive down to Fort Stewart, which is about 45 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
So we take the route that I usually take to go to Savannah, and when you go out that route, there's usually a farmer's market.
Oh.
The hurricane got the farmer's market.
Not the farmer's market.
I could see stacks of watermelon still out there because they couldn't get to it because of the flooding. I was like, no! Like, it's literally midnight when we're coming back, and I woke somebody up in front of me because I saw their head pop up when I went, not the farmer's market.
That reminds me of
loss.
Yeah, do you remember the tornado that hit Sand Springs like almost 10 years ago and ripped a whole donut shop off the fucking foundation and just threw it?
My dad went to that donut shop almost every single morning because it was the only place that he could go to eat because of those fucking hours at the refinery.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally just right along the highway. Like, just perfect. You can grab something, get right back on the highway.
The slab is still there.
Yeah, the concrete slab is still there. Like, the actual foundation is still there, but the rest of the building, didn't it get tossed like 10 miles away or something like that?
Yeah, almost right next to a levee by the river.
Yeah. But you saying the farmer market,
Dunkin' Donuts.
but you saying the farmer's market just being pretty much gone just immediately reminded me of that. I'm like, no, his farmer's market is my fucking donut shop, even though I never went there once.
We all have our canon events. By the way, went on a date last night.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so jealous.
What?
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
I saw it opening weekend. Go fuck yourself.
Well, you know what? I got to order food, stay in my seat, and a lady brought it to me as I was watching the movie.
I literally did that whenever I saw Inside Out 2. We just went to a cheapy theater for Deadpool and Wolverine because this was, you know, after I didn't have a car. You can't outclass me, bitch.
I went to a speakeasy after that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you even know what a speakeasy is?
Isn't it like a bar that technically isn't a bar? People just kind of spread it through word of mouth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Like, I didn't know the exact definition, but I had a general idea of what it was.
Yeah, there was a chick there. She and her band did live music. It was pretty cool. It was very country themed
Hell yeah.
because it was a Kansas City style speakeasy.
Fair. Dude, I don't know. I
Shut
probably...
the fuck up, Siri! Anyway, you were saying?
Fuck. Talking about speakeasy bars, I'm gonna try to go to the local barcade next weekend. They're having a tournament, and almost all of the arcade cabinets are included in the tournament. Now, I don't know if you know this, because I don't think you've ever actually been to an arcade with me, but I am fucking cracked at Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, really? Miss Pac-Man specifically.
Yes, regular Pac-Man, ass. Miss Pac-Man, fucking goated. I don't know how. Like, it's the same game. It's the same game, but it's free to enter. Like, you just have, obviously, since it's a bar, you have to have your ID to enter. That's it. You don't have to pay, and they're giving away prizes to the winners.
My fucking wife.
My wife.
My wife fucking is hearing our conversation.
Yeah.
And she's talking shit because you want to know what happened when we went to that speakeasy last night?
What happened?
I walk in, go up to the bar, ask for a drink. I don't get carded.
Oh, yeah. She said that.
She gets carded, and now I feel old because my wife.
Listen, I don't think you should feel old. It's just with how short Charity is, she looks like she's a teenager.
Yeah, Charity does look like a short teenager now that you point that out.
Yeah, fucking short ass. You can quote me on that.
Fucking dwarf.
Fucking dwarf. Hey, no, you leave. Listen, don't make fun of dwarves. You're insulting Gallus Stoneforge of our D&D campaign.
What if I join the campaign because Colton said I could, and I just make an elf? What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then?
Elves aren't necessarily short.
No. Like the tall elves that make fun of dwarves and have a fantasy rivalry with the dwarves.
I will literally headbutt your kneecaps because that's about how tall I am.
I just come in as a Goliath. Hey guys, how we doing? My name is Big Z McTall.
You shut your fucking mouth, you tall piece of shit!
I love how you didn't even react to the fact that I named this character Big Z McTall.
Listen. Don't worry about that. But no, anyway, going back to the tournament, I'm definitely gonna sign up for Miss Pac-Man, and then they have like the Pac-Man versus Battle Royale machine where it's just 4 Pac-Men. I'm signing up for that too.
That sounds really fucking fun. I'm gonna sign up for the giant Flappy Bird that definitely isn't bullshit.
No, they don't got Flappy Bird. They like it is authentic like 80s and 90s machines in there.
Does that mean there's Street Fighter 2?
There is Street Fighter 2 Turbo, yes.
Woo!
They also have Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. They have the first 2 Killer Instincts.
Mortal Kombat!
I'm trying to think. Summer's obsessed with Burger Time. That's her favorite game to play. The amount of times that we've gone in there, which
just the out of context. Imagine saying that Summer is obsessed with Burger Time.
But no, we've been in there a couple times, and you know, since it's a bar, sometimes we get a little drunk. And there was one time we were splitting up, you know, everyone playing their own little games. Summer comes up to me, she was like sobbing. She's like, someone's at the burger game. And I'm just like,
So just wait your turn.
but yeah, the last time we went was for like, and I'm pretty sure I told you about this, was prom at Up Down.
Yeah.
And that also happened to be the night where Oklahoma City Thunder got eliminated from the NBA playoffs.
Weren't we at like an IHOP for that? No, wait, that was our ORU.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you're thinking college. No, like, so this was this year. We were at Up Down. We went and they had the game. They have like a big 4-screen TV thing, and each of the TVs are like 65 inches. They normally pop a GameCube up there. But obviously, since, you know, it was Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs, you gotta have the home team on. So
you just gotta do it.
I still remember we were sitting there watching, and like the first 45 minutes we were there was just spent watching that game. And I still remember after the game ended and we lost, one guy threw his glass, started popping the balloons they had for decorations, and one of the workers just looked at him. He's like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm just really mad." Like, what?
Popping balloon? What kind of cartoon villainy?
Like, throwing the glass, that was regular villainy, but then popping balloons, like, bro, you're a villain in a show for 5-year-olds. Calm the fuck down.
Like, this is SpongeBob level of ridiculous rage.
Yeah, but no, I really, whenever I have the money, want to go back up there and actually just have a nice night out. Like, obviously, I'm going to go next weekend for the free arcade, but I'm not going to be buying drinks or pizza slices because, you know, I'll be a broke bitch.
You know, I don't drink the same thing whenever I go out to a bar and when I go to one of those barcades, because we've actually got one in Hinesville too. Do you know what? Do you know what my ass? You know, because you know when you see Caleb Collins drink, it's actually quite a sight to behold.
It is a sight to behold. We've told some of the drinking stories, like your bachelor party. We talked about that, and it is a sight to behold. And also, it's a sight to behold with me because I will either get blackout or borderline blackout if I'm going hard enough.
Yeah. And then everyone gets pissed at me for sobering up in like 30 minutes. It's just like I need the constant vein.
It's almost as if you're a big guy, so your body's able to filter it out a lot easier.
I need me, Tristan, and Evan just one time to go to a bar just to see just to see the horror on everybody's face with just glasses and fucking bottles.
Dude, like you said, whenever you're out, we all just gotta go out to a bar. I say we go out to a barcade because that I feel like that's more of our speed, you know, video games, but also drinkies. But but yeah, no, we definitely all got to go out because especially by the time you're out, Evan's going to be like 22, 23?
Maybe.
Hang on. No, wait. No. He's
either going to be
he's turning 18
21.
this year. He's turning 18 this year. So yeah, he'll be just turning 21 whenever you get out.
Yeah, so, you know, his first drink will probably be with all of his friends, you know, maybe his dad, you know.
Caleb, once you're out, drunk podcast episode.
Drunk podcast. We could do that anytime we wanted.
Okay, but it's not the same if it's not in person.
You're right. Look, we have to get burnt. It's for the viewers.
Also, you were going on, you were about to talk about like whenever you normally go out and drink, you get different things each time, and you were talking about the barcade in Hinesville.
Yes, so drinking just to drink, I'm just throwing back Jack and Cokes. You know, usually a triple. I had 3 of those last night, and then I ate some potatoes, and I was sober enough to drive home.
All right.
That's for context. That's 9 shots of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And then my wife had some fucking cream vodka and Coke, and was still drunk by the time we got home.
That is the one thing I will envy about her is I don't care about people saying, "Oh, I have such a high tolerance to alcohol." I would much rather be able to get fucked up like quicker, so that way I'm not having to spend as much money to get fucked up.
for her, it's a pride thing. Why can you handle this and I can't? I'm like, your bill is so much cheaper than mine. Are you
Yeah, see,
kidding me?
if you're going off of pride, then yes, absolutely, I see where she's coming from. But I'm going off of I want to get as fucked up as possible for as cheap as possible. So being that size where like one drink will take me out, oh, I wish.
The funniest thing is that she doesn't like beer, she doesn't like White Claws, and I'm like, okay, babe, what do you want? I want you to mix either moonshine or vodka with some soda and then give it to me. What?
That's summer too, though. And honestly, that was me for a while. I don't know if I've actually told you, but I've started becoming a beer enjoyer.
Ah, okay. I've
Yeah.
only like one type of IPA right now, and it's this thing called Voodoo Ranger.
Ooh, I've heard those are good.
You want to know those Voodoo Rangers sitting in my freezer right now? They are 9.5 percenters. They are fucking strong. Like because I'm used to their 7% lemonades.
Yeah, and that's what they normally advertise whenever I see it on TV.
Well, yeah, but at my local exchange, because they're Voodoo Rangers, they're all over the fucking place, and I just happened to see these IPAs, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give these a shot. And when I drank it for the first time, I was like, whoa, whoa, that's strong! Holy shit!
Yeah. There's
I
like,
finished it, but you.
yeah. So I'm definitely more of a light beer guy. I still can't handle like a massive beer flavor.
You mean like you're not a Guinness guy?
Yeah, no, and that's one of the first that I tried after I turned 21 and me and Colton went to the Ren Fair together. I was like, get me a fucking Guinness. Took a swig. I'm like, this tastes like actual piss.
I like to drink Guinness Extra Stout. Apparently, I need to try Guinness Red, which is very hard to get in the States.
But
Apparently, Guinness Red is the best out of all of them.
hell
which
yeah.
is-
But yeah,
you know.
the normal cycle that I go through, like stuff that I would go out of my way for, there is Blue Moon. This is a solid one.
Okay.
Yingling Flight.
Okay. I've
That's
heard good things about. That's
yeah.
one of Jack's favorites too.
Yeah, it's really good. And then this one's exclusive to Oklahoma. It's called the OU Coupe Schooner.
Tell me more.
So it's a very like it's light and it's citrusy.
Light citrusy, we like that.
And it's got very crisp finish.
Cool, crisp.
Yeah, that's really all I know how to describe.
Oh, okay.
But and then Michelob Ultra, if it's specifically out of a bottle. Like cans I cannot do for some reason, but a bottle tastes different in a good way.
I mean, it's the same thing for Coca-Cola.
That is true. Like
I can't really fault you for preferring it in a bottle.
yeah. So and then
Glass bottle, sugar cane, Mexican Coca-Cola. Take me now.
but and then since the company I work for, is partnered with Sooner Sports and everything.
Really?
Yeah, we actually get free football tickets.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, and it's like 8 rows up from about the 50.
Oh, wow, that's wow. Well, look at you. Aren't you just so precious?
Yeah. But sometimes we'll get invited to events. Like last year, I went to their preseason event, and that's where they had all their coaches talking and stuff. They had players talking about the upcoming season. But I remember, which I think they have it at the Champions Tailgate as well, which is, an actual tailgate that's just provided by the Oklahoma Sooners. There was a thing, I forget if it's like Big Wave or Big Kona IPA, but it's like a pineapple IPA.
Interesting.
Listen, at first hearing it, it sounds weird, but it is very tasty.
Okay.
Is it bad that that's the one thing I'm looking forward to whenever the football season starts up is free beer?
No. Why
You're
would you-
right. I'm not only looking forward to that, I'm also looking forward to the free fucking barbecue.
Woo, free barbecue.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I told Summer, like, we need to go to as many games as possible, because it's funny. Whenever we had our beginning of the month meeting, our general manager was like, hey, we're getting these tickets. Sign-ups are on Mondays. And everyone was looking around like, and he literally calls them out. He's like, I see you all looking at each other. Every year, everyone looks at each other like this, and then we give out maybe 2 to 3 tickets a game. We need to give out all 8, or we might not get them anymore. This might be the last year we get them unless we actually give them out to employees and not family, friends, or customers. And also, apparently, there's been an issue of in the past of people going and reselling their tickets, which is against the rules since they are given to us, you know, for being partnered with Oklahoma sports.
That's so dumb. Why would you do that?
Because some people want to make a quick $200. Like, I wouldn't do it. I enjoy football too much, but like, I can't say I don't understand. But yeah, no, like, I'm so ready for football season. I'm especially ready for like the like the October games where it's actually nice outside. Because the first couple of weeks, it's gonna be fucking miserable in Gaylord Memorial Stadium. Like, it's gonna be awful.
What Lord Memorial Stadium?
I know you're laughing. Did you actually not know it was called that, or were you just laughing at Gaylord?
I was just laughing.
Okay. That's, you know, Gaylord
like-
Fokker from Meet the Fockers.
I was literally about to say Gaylord Fokker.
There was, me and Summer just randomly got on the topic of it, so we went and bought a 2 DVD set of Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers, just because it wasn't on any streaming services and we wanted to watch it, and the 2 DVD set was $5 at Walmart.
Man, DVDs. Remember Blu-ray?
Dude, I'm sad to see that physical media is really starting to go the way of the dinosaur. Like, I fucking love physical media. If I get the chance, I would much rather pick something up physically rather than digitally. And yes, I know I have a all digital Xbox. You don't have to tell me. I know that I should have saved up the extra
You got it
$100.
on the cheap.
Yeah, exactly. But like, whenever we got back from vacation, we went to Barnes & Noble, because we went to a Barnes & Noble in Tulsa, and we're like, fuck it, what if we just started buying books to read? And normally, like, I told you how I was trying to read through the Hunger Games on the Kindle app. I get distracted. Well, having a physical book, I can read like 40 pages, and it feels like fucking nothing, because I don't have that distraction of notifications coming in.
Yep.
So, we went ahead, bought those books, and then whenever I'm off of Paydoc, like once a month, we're just gonna go and buy 2 more books at a time, and then she reads one, I read the other, then we swap books. The only books that we bought that I told her I wasn't gonna read, she bought like a romance book. I'm like, not my thing. I am here for like romantic subplots in a book, but I am not wanting to read a book that is all romance.
The Lion's Touch. Be Still My Heart, a werewolf novel. I've got more.
I don't want more. I do not.
I went through this phase in YouTube Shorts. I don't know why the algorithm, but it was literally this narrator dude, like this voice actor, who was trying to like seductively read terrible titles of bad romance novels without fucking laughing.
Man, the only seductive book that I want read to me is Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Release the tapes.
Have you not seen it?
I thought they recorded it but never released it.
No, it's a thing on College Humor. It's a sketch.
Yeah, but did they have like the whole fucking thing?
Not the whole book, but like
I know,
it was
but
never
really-
intended to be a real thing. It was just intended to be like, "Oh fuck, I'm coming," you know, like they just wanted him to say the dirty shit. They did not intend on having Gilbert Gottfried read the entire book.
Did you know that one time for a skit at a music award, Gilbert Gottfried was just quoting rap lyrics, and he drops the N word and he drops it hard. He's like, "You ripped me off when you said," pulls up the paper. "These are my words, damn it!" And then starts going through the rap.
You know, I feel like someone somewhere gave Gilbert the pass at one point. So,
look, if you're a community and Gilbert Gottfried doesn't have the pass, you're a terrible community.
that is true. I feel like every community has collectively given Gilbert Gottfried the pass.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah. Rest in peace, legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he faked his death just so he wouldn't have to do the voice anymore?
That's an awful thing to think about because I don't think it was a voice. I think that's just how he fucking talked.
No, it was a voice. Like he took his regular voice and just turned up the crunchiness of it.
So you're telling me that he
sounds like a normal dude most of the time.
You're telling me he fucking upped the crunch on his audio?
Yes.
You're telling me he had an IRL funny mic?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Most of the time he just sounds like a Jew from New Jersey.
You know?
Because guess what? He's a Jew from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just turned it up and then it just became iconic. So every time he went out in public, "Oh, how are you doing?"
I'm gonna tear off your cock. Holy crap, Lois. Gilbert Gottfried just said he was gonna tear my cock off.
Peter, don't do it, Peter. It's not a magic trick. He's gonna tear off your cock. I love me some CBT. Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
Quagmire, you are a strange and deranged human being.
I too am in this episode.
That's exactly something that that Cleveland would say too. No, what's funny is at work, sometimes me and one of my coworkers will just start quoting Family Guy quotes at each other. Frogmire, you are out past curfew. Ribbity. Yeah.
A lot of Family Guy humor has transformed into, let me just point out all of the inconvenient things that happen to us every day. And people just fucking love it.
It works. It really does. It's just Family Guy's such a good show.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, I actually enjoy it a lot more when I just watch it on YouTube Shorts, just the little clips.
Oh yeah, no. It was funny because someone uploaded a whole episode to Twitter, and someone reposted it, quote reposted it, and was like, "Okay, trust me on this. Just fast forward to any random point in the episode and the most insane shit is going to be happening." And then I fast forwarded, it was like 8 minutes in, and then fucking Peter shot a tank at a house and it was just Cleveland sitting in a bath.
Oh, no.
Like, that is all it was. And I'm just like, yeah, you could just fast forward to any random point and it's just weird.
You know what? I miss that about old SpongeBob, where it's like at any point anything could happen, and they're kind of doing it with the new episodes. It's just in a different direction. I think the writers at Nickelodeon discovered brain rot, and they were like, perfect.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I understand that modern SpongeBob is not written for people like me, right? It's written for children. But
That
season
skit with
like
the water wings and the kid taking off was pretty fucking golden.
yeah, but still, like, the first like 3 or 4 seasons will always just be the absolute best.
They don't do that thing anymore where they zoom in on the characters with absolute detail and like it's kind of almost grotesque in a way. Like,
Yeah.
does this look happy to you?
Nah. They did do something like that a couple of years ago where they showed Squidward stubbing his toe on a chair and the chair leg ripping his toenail off. That was
love
on an
that skit.
actual episode of SpongeBob. I'm just like,
There you are.
that's disgusting. I missed you.
I was like, don't acknowledge them, Squidward. Remember your karma.
But yeah, no, there are plenty of like modern SpongeBob clips that I'll see again through like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and I'll just be like, wow, that's actually really fucking funny. I think that's pretty cool.
With the little bouncing ball game at the bottom because kids can't pay the fucking attention. Oh, jingling keys. Watch the SpongeBob. Give me a like. Oh, don't jingling keys. You like this? Yeah. Flappy Bird in the background. Woo! You know the car game with the ramp? Speed off the ramp? You like that?
That's not a car, that's Subway Surfers.
Oh, Subway Surfers is a good one. I was talking about the GTA game where it's like they're driving.
Oh,
the
yeah.
ramp and stuff. I'm like, here, you like that? Here, you like the car ramp? Here's Jordan Peterson talking about responsibility in the top. Yeah. You like Andrew Tate in black and white with the slow, sweet dreams are made of these?
No.
You like that? You want to be a Sigma male, my boy? Here you go.
SpongeBob me Bob, you're not Sigma enough to work at the Krusty Krab.
What the Sigma?
Nah, I could imagine because I haven't seen clips of this happening yet. But I feel like the day after presidential debates leading up to the election this year, there are going to be people re-uploading clips of the debates with fucking gameplay in the bottom. Doesn't matter if it's for Trump or if it's for Kamala, there's gonna be people that are uploading the clips of the presidential debate and then just having fucking Subway Surfers or GTA gameplay in the bottom, and it's like a 10-minute video.
What was that back? Oh yeah, I saw the funniest thing that happened accidentally.
What did you see?
So do you remember Jimmy here? It is Wednesday, my dude.
Yeah.
His audience hit a like goal, and so he had to try and get his mom to say what the Sigma and record it and send it to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he texts his mom and he's like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. Could you send me a video of you saying what the Sigma? And Jimmy's mom texts back, who is Erm?
Oh my
Because
god.
the way the sentence is structured, comma, what the Sigma? She's just like, who's Erm?
Who's and what are they doing to the Sigma?
And I'm just like, that is the most mom thing I've ever heard,
Nah.
and I am here for it.
One of my favorite things that Summer ever had her parents do. So you know the fucking video, like the old Vine, it's like, I'm in the ghetto, or like whatever.
Yes.
So she sent that to both her parents. Or not the video, but like just said, hey, can you send a video of you saying, I'm in the ghetto? So her mom sends a video back. I'm in the ghetto, rada, rada, rada. Like, like that one guy from fucking Chowder. And then her dad sends a video back. I'm in the ghetto, rat-tat-tat-tat, rat-tat-tat-tat. I just know if I tried to get my dad to say some shit like that, he would find a way to turn it into a lecture, and he would be like, what? Actually, no, he probably wouldn't. We got him to unironically say poggers for about a year.
You mean the Poggermobile?
The Poggermobile, how he talked to a sales agent and said, what you're doing isn't poggers, on the phone to an actual fucking human being? Did you not know about that?
It's core memory of Because you called me like an hour after he did that. It's like, Caleb.
To this day, I still cannot believe. And like, I will still tell him, I'm like, if I ever teach you new slang, you do not say it to anybody except for like close friends, me, maybe Cameron. Like,
I'm sorry, Mr. McDaniel, but this no longer fits with our policy. What the Sigma?
speaking of my nephew, since I said like, oh, say the slang to him. So first of all, for the first time, he officially acknowledged that Summer is his aunt.
That's good.
Yeah, we were playing Fortnite. It was me, Summer, and Evan, and then Cameron just wound up joining our party out of nowhere. And he was like, Aunt Summer, you need to let me get the kills so you be a cool aunt. Trying to get the kills. But this fucker.
Nah, but you gotta steal those kills from this party.
This fucker, while we were on vacation in Tulsa, was cracking off 9/11 jokes left and right. Just like there was at one point we were playing Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
And we were landing at tilted towers because we were playing reload. He's like, man, just like the twin towers, how they got tilted. And I'm just like, huh? And then he just
joke, but how old is he?
14.
Oh, I would destroy his world with my 9/11 jokes.
There was another one. We were driving in downtown Tulsa, and you know the BOK, not the center, but like the BOK tower?
Yeah.
He was like, that's modeled after the Twin Towers. I'm like, Cameron, no, it's not. Just because it's a fucking tower does not mean it's based on one of the Twin Towers. And then, out of nowhere, he started making JFK jokes.
Oh, he's trying to be edgy.
Like, legit, one of the things that he said, and I quote, did you see that Trump almost got JFK'd? And I'm just like, what?
You know what I would have replied to this kid? I'd be like, you think Melania would try to put his brain back like the other's wife?
I need money. I need money, please. Get in there. I need money.
I tell you, if that would have happened, Evil Baron, it would have been his villain arc.
True.
Baron. It's like it's not too late though. I kind of want to live in a world where Baron Trump decides to be the villain. I kind of want to see it.
He's still in high school, so there's plenty of time.
Like just to see what happens, because I'm gonna be honest. That sounds really fucking. He's like, I've had enough. It's just Baron one day. I've had enough.
Baron Trump. I'm gonna become evil Batman.
Evil. The fact that Baron Trump is 6'8", he makes his dad look small.
I know.
Oh,
I don't know. Bro is a giant. Godless Stoneforge would walk up to him and be like, all right, you little tall shit. I don't want to hear a single word from you. I'm gonna bite your fucking shins.
We need to. One day, when our friends are not a bunch of inconsistent flakers, we need to record a D&D sesh.
True.
And then have Natalie animate it.
Like, low key, I do want to do a one shot that I stream at some point. Like, I'm still working out some of the logistics and story stuff of it, but that is a plan that I have, is streaming an entire one shot campaign. And just seeing how that goes. But yeah, we're a little over time. Do you got anything else you want to talk about?
Dude, I got so much more, but that's okay. We can save it for other episodes.
True. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. More Those Nerds on a Podcast coming at you in a week. You thought I was going to say soon. We only upload one video a week. Go fuck yourself. If you are not following either of us on social medias, Twitch, what have you, all that's in the description below. You can follow all of us. Or all of us, I say, as if there's more than two of us. You can follow both of us on everything and keep up with our every fucking move. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Bye. See ya. Goodbye.